Y'all know what's going on. It's time for another episode of Doing Time with Joe. I'm your host, Joe Baker. Welcome to the show, y'all. Look here. Man. Ty's gal, she done met with the DA. They're in the office right now with her lawyer. And he's laying it out to her. Trying to tell her that she's doing a good thing. Trying to convince her that this is the right thing to do. See, she's torn. No, she gonna do it, but she's torn about the game he's trying to run on. So she said, look, I understand what you're doing. You got a job to do. I just want to get this over with. So what do I need to do? He opened up this envelope, folder. It had a statement written at the top. It had her name at the top. And he said, fill in the blanks. Tell me what happened. And when you tell me what happened and you sign the bottom of this paper, we're going to dismiss the charges on you. And you're free to go. And that's it. She said, that's it? He was like, that's it. She said, what about him? What's going to happen to him? He said, we'll deal with him. He's going to be charged with possession and distribution for resale. He's going to be charged with felon with a firearm. And he's going to deal with what comes with that. She said, well, how much time is he looking at? He said, ma'am, don't worry about that. Do you want to deal with this or not? We know it's not yours, but we will prosecute you for it. And he said, just so you know, the idea that you're going to get probation is not automatic. Yeah, we know you've never been in any trouble, but we know you're lying. And you're trying to obstruct justice. And we can't do anything to you, you know what I'm saying, to necessarily prove that you're lying. But we know you're lying. You're trying to take this charge. He said, and we're going to prosecute you to the fullest extent of the law. I don't want to do it. But you tell me what happened. Tell me what's really going on. And her lawyer pulled her to the side. He said, look, let's not play games. Just tell them what happened. And this is over with. You can go on. When you leave this office, you can resume your life. And that's the end of it. Don't worry about him. He has to deal with this. This is a mess he made. So she looked at her lawyer, she nodded her head, and he could see that she was tearing up, and he put his hand on her shoulder. He said, it's going to be okay. Because she was hurting, y'all. She was hurting. The love of her life. She was finna serve him up on a platter. It's not an easy thing to do, even when they hurt you. You understand? So she goes back over to the table, she sits down, and she starts to tell the DA that when she met him, it was a while before they moved in together, and then he bought her the house. And the DA said, did you know that he was putting drugs in it? She said, no, I did not. He said, when did you find out there were drugs in it? And she told him, when y'all busted him, he called me from his mom's house, and he told me to go clean up. And he said, what did he mean by clean up? She said he wanted me to get rid of everything. When I went to the shed and I saw the drugs and the money and the guns, she said, I didn't know what to do. He said, get rid of it. I didn't know how to do any of that. So I didn't do anything. And he said, that's all I need. Sign your name at the bottom. He recorded it as well. Got it. He told her lawyer, he said, these charges will be dismissed in the morning. And we're going to be charging Ty with possession, distribution for resale. So, the DA left the office. He went back to the office and called Ty's lawyer. Out of courtesy, he told him what was going to happen. That he was going to be charging him with possession, distribution for resale, and possession of a firearm. When Ty's lawyer went to the penitentiary and saw him, he told him what was happening. Ty put his head down on the desk and he started crying. And he just shook his head. And his lawyer said, what happened? Tell me what happened. Ty looked up at him and he told him, he said, man, I messed up. He said, what did you do? Tell me what you did. How did you mess up? So he proceeded to tell his lawyer that he had gotten caught with a phone and he was talking to another girl. And his lawyer sitting across the table in total disbelief. He said, what? You were talking to another female and you got caught? And this is why this is happening? And his lawyer leaned back, So this never was her stuff. This stuff was in her house, but it was your stuff. And he told his lawyer, he said, yeah, I bought the house. He said, I kind of figured it. So now what? Ty said. He looked at him, he said, we're going to have to fight the case. We're going to have to fight it and deal with it as it is. There's nowhere around it. There's nowhere around this. He said, what am I looking at? He said, hey man, you're looking at least 5 for the weapon. And the rest of it, man, you might end up with another 30 plus. We don't know. And we're hoping the feds don't pick it up as well. He said, but I'm here. He said, it's going to cost you a little bit more. He said, well, just holler at my mom's. He said, okay. So the lawyer, he leaves. Ty the Pentine just sit. Lawyer calls his mom, Ty's mom, and said, well, I talked to my client, he told me this, he told me that, and I'm going to need a little bit more money, you know what I'm saying, for his legal fees. So she tells the lawyer, okay, I'll take care of it in the morning. So she calls Ty's ex, and she tells her that she's going to need some money. You know, she knows why all the money's put up. And then it dawned on her, ooh, I got all the money. And I'm going to tell you something. Ain't nothing like a woman scorned, y'all. So she tells Ty's mom, said, how much do you need? She said, I'll take care of that in the morning. Ty's mother says to her, what are you going to do with the rest of the money? She said, what do you think I should do with it? And she said, take it. Take it and rebuild your life. Go somewhere new. He's going to be all right. He's going to have to deal with this one. She takes the money that Ty's mother needed, drops it off the next morning. The rest of the money, she puts in a duffel bag. And after about 2 or 3 weeks getting all of her situations and everything straight in the area that she's in, she packs up and leaves and ghosts everybody. Don't nobody know where she went. Ty can't even get in touch with her. Period. Ty goes to trial. About 6 months later, they slam him. The whole time he's sitting at the table after they read the verdict, and he's just sitting at the table thinking about his gal and how he almost got away with it. How he almost slipped through the cracks. And I wanted to say this. You know, a lot of times when you're playing fast and loose with the rules and you're thinking you got everybody tricked and all these different types of things, something unexpected can happen. Something unexpected that can bring whatever you're doing to light. And you'll find yourself in a situation where you will get played. And that's what happened to Ty. He never was held responsible for anything that he did. Nothing. He always was able to get stuff handed to him. His brother D would give it to him. And he had resentment against his own brother because people liked D more than they liked him. And then he told it. And he never wanted to accept responsibility for what he did. Now D's out and he's in. D's out doing way better than he was. Ty is in, sick, living off of the pictures that he had and all of the lies and the dreams that he told other people. Now he's spreading around, you know what I'm saying, the people that do bother to even talk to him like he was living big. But for the next 40 years, he's going to be sitting in the penitentiary telling these stories, y'all. For the next 40 years, that's what he'll be doing. Do you understand what I'm saying to you? Think about that. One more run, huh? This has been another episode of Doing Time with Joe. I'm your host, Joe Baker, and I say peace, y'all.
I'm getting so tired.